QC, that's where we work best when we're together. QC, that's where is brought to you by a partnership with the Quad Cities Chamber and Visit Quad Cities.
In our QC That's Where feature today, we are shining the spotlight on Women United, a group of incredible women with a shared purpose. They care deeply about early childhood education, and they provide key support to kids in our area.
Women United is a group of very passionate women who care a lot about kids and about getting them ready for kindergarten. And when they gather together and they all believe in the same thing, they roll up their sleeves, they give their financial resources, they give their time, and they connect around one common cause. That is the reason that our early learning initiatives are successful.
And a lot of change in the community happens because companies invest. But a lot of change also happens because women step up and they understand the need and making sure our littlest have the best start possible. And to me, that's why Women United is so important.
We have a lot of families that are employed. Often they have 2 to 3 jobs, and they still struggle just to get their kids to school. They don't care about them any less. They love them just the same. They don't have the same access to the same resources and tools that others in our community have. Rise United 2030 is United Way Quad Cities' blueprint and framework for community growth and success. And it really focuses on 3 core areas of education, financial security, and access to health. So we know that if we have kids that are ready to go into kindergarten, they're going to be more able to learn and read on grade level by 3rd grade, which predicts future success, very important milestone. We'll have more families earning a living wage and having financial security.
The first 3 years for a child is so critical in their development, whether it's healthy foods, good, adequate sleep, hearing conversations, learning how to speak. All of that is so critical in those first 3 years.
0 to 5 in general are the years where a child's brain grows the most. And so we know that it's important to capitalize on those years.
There's specific data to like reading proficiency by grade 3 and what that means for graduation, post-high school career. Like we know vocabulary is tied directly to intelligence, IQ, and so the more words a kid knows, the better success they're going to have.
When you walk into a classroom of kids, you are their new best friend. You get hugs and you get their attention. And sometimes for kids, that's all they really need in any given day.
So every time they hear a story, they're focused, they're interested, they want to learn.
It's inspiring, and it's almost like you can see the future, sitting right in front of you. If Rise United 2030 focuses on education, Ready by 5 is one of the pathways that we get there. Ready by 5 is a parent engagement program that gives parents everything that they're going to need to be their children's first best teacher at home, from strategies to learning, using everyday learning moments, to actual tools like books and learning resources that they bring home with them.
It's free for parents, and it helps prepare the children in our community to be school ready, and also just to prepare them to have strong skill set for life.
It's beneficial to be part of this program because you do have the support here. You have day childcare, you have meals that are prepared for you, you're making connection with other parents in the community. So it's all a win. So I would encourage any parent to sign up.
Everybody becomes a parent for the first time, and we're all like, oh my goodness, what's next? Is this right? Is that right? Am I doing it wrong?
Parenting is hard, and it's hard for all of us.
Right? We always feel like we have to do parenting alone, or it's our way, or that's what we were taught. And sometimes the things that we were taught, they've been improved along the way, and that's all right. And I think Ready by 5 really gives us the opportunity to teach parents, or to give parents that, hey, here's help for you. We don't care about your background. We don't care where you came from. None of that really matters. We just want to give you the tools so you can be the best parent you can be to your child, and they're going to love that and appreciate that so much.
We reference a lot of science, but it isn't complex, and it's more just the opportunity to get people thinking about these things that do end up having a huge impact on students by the time they get to kindergarten and beyond.
It takes everyday moments that you have with your child and turns them into learning opportunities without even thinking about it.
The changes that I've noticed with my 4-year-old especially is that she is more engaged when we're reading, and she's actually reading at 4 years old. So she's reading simple words, but she's actually reading. So that was a wonderful win.
During the pandemic, we saw huge plummeting figures as far as our reading proficiency levels in the Quad Cities. And because of volunteers, because of our teachers, because of funding and programs, nonprofit partners, and people who care, we're just now seeing our reading proficiency levels to pre-COVID levels. That's why Women United is so important, because they're stepping up to make sure every single child in Rock Island and Scott County are on the path to success the minute they step into the kindergarten room. Kids' success should not depend on their zip code or luck. It depends on women who care. This is our time. The time is now. This is our movement. Let's do this.
All right, if you want to learn more about Women United, visit unitedwayqc.org/Women United, and there you can get in touch with organizers, sign up to volunteer, as well as financially invest in early learning. Next on Quad Cities Live, a closer look at the United Way's Ready by 5 program, how you can take part, along with details on a special upcoming event.
You're watching Quad Cities Live.
Women United through United Way Quad Cities is focused on supporting early childhood education and kindergarten readiness, as we just heard, through their Ready by 5 program. And now they're inviting even more women to get involved. Joining us now from United Way Quad Cities are Angela Snyder, Chief Strategy Officer, and Annette Paraquito, who is on the steering committee and the co-chair for Women United. Thank you both for being here today.
Thanks for having us.
Yes, thank you so much. I feel like we already learned a ton from that beautiful story that we just watched. Angela, I want to talk a little bit about support from Women United and really how that is helping families with different resources like the workshops that we just learned about. Are parents and families utilizing these workshops?
They are. Actually, this past academic year, we had 26 workshops that over 160 families participated in.
Wow. Okay. And more to come, right? You guys are
absolutely
constantly hosting these workshops.
Mm-hmm.
So Annette, remind us, for anyone who missed it, why Women United really puts such a strong focus on early childhood education.
Yeah, so early literacy is huge in the early learning space. When kids are ready for kindergarten, it just leads to them being successful down the road and really meeting that benchmark in 3rd grade. So whenever they are ready and reading at 3rd grade level at that point, then they're more likely to graduate high school and then more likely to go on to college or to a trade school or have a job in their communities.
Yeah, there is, heavy-duty research and statistics that really back up how crucial these years are, these early learning years. And so, Annette, you've been a very active volunteer with Women United. So how did you get involved in the first place, and what inspired you to want to get involved in this organization?
So, good question. We moved to the Quad Cities about 12 years ago, and I had some ladies reach out to me, and I knew right away whenever I spoke with them that the work that they were doing was very meaningful. And having an education background, I knew I wanted to be a part of something that was early literacy focused, early childhood focused, and this was a perfect match for me.
Yeah. What would you say to somebody who either they're watching right now, or maybe this is something that they've been toying with for a while? What would you say to encourage them to join this organization?
I think anyone would enjoy what we do and appreciate the the impact that we're making. This is a very welcoming and inviting group of women who are very passionate about what we do, and they would have a great time and just really appreciate the work that's been done ahead of time for us by our founding members, and we're just trying to build on that momentum.
Yeah, absolutely. And so, Angela, there's a really great opportunity for anybody who may be thinking about joining or at least supporting in some way and wanting to get involved. So it's the Next Season in Bloom. This is an event that is coming up very soon. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Yeah, it's at Hotel Blackhawk on May 14th, and it's a chance for women who are ready for something meaningful and want to be a part of a community to join other women like them and do some great work for our kids.
Okay, so Hotel Blackhawk, it's coming up May 14th. It's an early evening, I would say. It starts at 5 p.m. There's even a special pre-party that guests can attend, kind of network a little bit. And would you say, Angela, this is a really good time for anybody who has questions to get those questions answered?
Absolutely.
Okay, so, and Annette, what would you say to somebody who is, thinking about attending this event, maybe a little nervous, or maybe they haven't, served before on any type of, nonprofit organization? What would you want them to know before they buy their tickets?
Come as you are. We're a lovely group of ladies who are so passionate about what we do, and like I mentioned earlier, it's a very welcoming group of women, and they don't need to know anyone that's already involved. They don't need to have any experience within this space. So just show up and be ready to have a great time and learn a little bit more about our mission.
Yeah, and I think that does make people feel a lot better. As soon as somebody says, you don't need any prior experience, right? Then we all feel more comfortable stepping into that room with all those people that you feel like may, have a more elevated background in serving on a board or through an organization. So, Angela, before we wrap up, when it comes to this event, what would you say sets this apart from maybe other events that could be construed as somewhat like it?
This event is not for professional development. It is networking of a different kind, and that networking will lead to great things for our kids, and it's also got a fun Bridgerton-inspired infusion to it.
Okay, I love to hear that, and I am excited to be part of that event as well and to be supporting, so it's going to be just a fabulous day. If you want to learn more about Women United or purchase your tickets, of course, to the Next Season in Bloom event, visit UnitedWayQC.org/Women United. Angela and Annette, thank you so much for joining me in studio today. We really appreciate it. Yes, thank you, and thank you so much for watching Quad Cities Live. Please join us for our next live broadcast Tuesday afternoon at 3.